Let's read the Guts book here. Get 3 pips and see if we rank up. This moment we totally saw a ghost. While you're reading that, whatever you do, just don't read it out loud, okay?
Whoa.
There are words written on the blackboard at the abandoned school.
For real?
Finish reading Ghost Encounters. The stories are always too spooky for me. Don't talk to me about any of them, okay? Though you do seem a lot more dependable now that you've read them. That's still at 3. I kind of want to play Hifumi and Shogi, mainly just to see what sort of crazy narrative she comes up with, but also to, of course, learn the neat little tricks of the game. Right? I mean, Hifumi is a fun character. I like her.
Nice.
She's so healthy. Okay, so Yusuke is there. We're gonna hang out with Yusuke today, then.
Beautifully executed. By the way, I see. Very well. Well then.
Working on having him duplicate up cards so that I have multiple of them all.
By the way.
And I came to see you. Let's hang out, rank you up. Great. He's got something that's gonna stall him.
I'm in your debt. Yes.
This place has not changed in the slightest. Feels nostalgic. Indeed it does. I haven't come back here since I moved away. Truth is, despite my best efforts to convey the meaning of the heart, I am no closer to understanding it. Such a troublesome roadblock never presented itself to me while I was living here. As you know, I spent most of my young life in this very house. That's why I have come here now. I wish to reevaluate myself within its decrepit walls. Coming to this place, I may be able to rekindle the passion for art I once held, the passion of inquiring mind on the hunt for pure beauty before I learned of Madarame's foul nature. Oh, it won't open. Well, no, I surely left it unlocked.
How could this be?
Door is jammed? I suppose it was quite an old door to begin with. It's begun to rust even while there was people here. It seems now it is finally broken. Should you get it fixed?
No.
Nice idea, but unfortunately, I'm not the owner of the house. I cannot call a locksmith. I can fix it myself, but I struggle with mechanisms as complex as this. I do not have the steady hand required to mend them. You're a painter. How do you not have a steady hand? Oh, I can fix the door.
Oh.
Never cease to amaze me.
Let us be off.
Head inside. So I had a proficiency requirement to rank him up.
I see.
Police confiscated everything. You know, I lived here not long ago, yet it feels like the distant past at this point. Being here has brought back memories, though. Whenever I acted out of line, I was made to sit calmly in the corner. And over here was a bookshelf filled to the brim with various tomes. It contained art compilation books for the most part, but there were a few manga tucked in as well. Times I would take a break from my art to hide and read them. Also where we would gather to eat when the atelier still had a large people count. Sensei is particularly fond of salty foods, so... What am I saying? Why do I still treat him as my mentor? How long must I allow him to control my life? Okay. Yes, my apologies. Truth of the matter is, I used to paint in this room, and I did it simply for the joy of painting. No matter what I took as my subject, my hands would move of their own accord to capture its essence. Back then, I only saw the superficial beauty of the world. I could not see the grime beneath. After learning the truth behind Madarame's actions, though, everything changed. I strove to fight against the newfound ugliness I saw display my talent to those who mocked me. I needed to do whatever it took to validate my artistic ability. That search for meaning, darkness took hold of me.
How could this be?
Ultimately, I began to emulate that which I had so deeply despised in Madarame. Boss told me something very interesting when I was staying with you that one night at LeBlanc. He said he didn't believe Madarame took me in for my skill alone. I suppose now that I think about it, there would be no way for him to know whether or not I would have been talented. Red, why do you think Madarame decided to take me in? Couldn't possibly tell you.
Agreed.
Fair point. That may be something only Madarame himself is privy to. But perhaps even he doesn't know. Even after learning of the ugliness of his true nature, part of me still believes in my former mentor. Simply cannot come to terms with the stark dualities presented to me. Humble house and that loathsome palace, the kind teacher and the fiendishly deceptive artist. It seemed me of the workings of my own heart are inexplicable. What, then, of my search for pure beauty? Hello? Someone there? I'm coming in.
This is a problem.
Could that be the police? I was wondering who would have been in here. You're the man from the exhibition. Indeed, thank you for our conversation back there. More importantly, though, why are you here? I couldn't help but notice the door was open on my way home from work. Are you perhaps still caught in your slump? Did you know about that? Because you got a fat mouth, Yusuke. I know a great deal about you, Yusuke. You made a name for yourself by patterning your work after the beautifully detailed Sayuri. That painting at the art exhibition was quite different from that. Have you truly begun trying out new styles? If you'd like, I can advise you. Materials, themes, etc. You seem as though you could use a helping hand right now. Most of your painting was done while living in this residence, correct? Current lack of a patron must be what's holding you back. Please, take my card. To make a living, investigate a promising young artist like yourself, Yusuke.
Oh.
Director of the Japanese Art Support Foundation, Akio Kawabami. But why have you chosen me? You criticized me so harshly back at the exhibition. Because I feel you have talent. Now my foundation can provide you an environment that will allow you to focus on developing your skills. If such a lifestyle interests you, we can talk further at a later date. As of today, I have business must attend to, but I hope to hear from you soon.
Yes.
Japanese Arts Support Foundation. My opportunity may have finally arrived. It was all because you opened that door for me, quite literally. It seems quite lucky. Seems good luck is simply a characteristic of yours. You have my thanks, leader.
All right. Shall we return home?
Must be going now. I'd like to think on this some more.
See you.
Farewell. I apologize. I lost my composure today. Emotions I felt in that house still remain with me to this day. By the way, that gentleman, what's your impression of him? At a certain dignity. No idea he was the director of art support. Director of art support. He definitely had a certain presence to him. He was even able to instantly pinpoint my weakness. He's certainly no ordinary individual. Someone with neither a home nor a patron, I couldn't ask for a better offer. On top of that, I may be able to find a way out of my slump once I can fully focus on drawing. In any case, this deserves some serious thought. I may come to you for advice again.
Rain, huh?
A few degrees cooler would do it. I know, right, Sojiro? Alright, what do we got tonight? Yep, so it's just, person.
Where have you been searching all along? Can face it while I know.
Well, you know what? Let's work on our guts then. Let's do the game.
Without a sign.
Nice.
The real
Oh.
question to be asked.
Alright, let's finish out this game. We can do it, guys. Oh.
I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade.
Okay. Whoa.
last level. It's getting creepy here. We've already beaten a lot of enemies, but be careful, the boss should be up ahead.
Hey, wait!
Oh, enemies just pouring out of holes in the background. Not this far, you can't afford to lose now. Alright, you managed to survive. Is it really the end now?
Oh!
Oh, the screen went all dark. Whoa, the last boss. Give this all you got.
Oh!
Also disappearing. I think this means we've won. Beat Star Fornius. Yes, to survive the aggressive attack. I bet your guts have increased. Only 2? Ah.
Oh!
Enjoy this ending. Manual says extend the password you see it after the ending, you get a prize. It's a promotion from years ago. There's probably no point in doing it now. Guess wouldn't hurt to write it down. Maybe some antique game stores are into that kind of thing. Shooting card.
Yeah!
I think it's late. Let's head to sleep soon. He was inspired by me. Kato, an actual male shogi champion and Catholic. Kato had the record for youngest professional player who went pro at 14 years and 7 months old until Fuji became the professional in 2016 at age 14 years and 2 months. Let that abuse case go unaddressed. Target's mementos. Let's hurry up and deal with them. I've got 2 more days, Morgana. 2 days. It is interesting about the character, though. Ryuji's at the arcade. Problem is, I think I've used up all my guts.
Oh!
Unless... No, this is a Guts DVD. Okay, I don't have anybody this afternoon that I can hang out with, so let's do this one. Where's my guts?
The hell is this? How the hell are the dead running about?
Have you been bitten? Show me your arms. You haven't been scratched or bitten, have you?
Sorry about people trying to survive in a city infested with zombies.
For real?
I can talk about a dead man walking. I saw dogs in there too, but not a single cat. After cinema, able to enjoy it on deeper level. There we go, guts up.
All right.
Well then.
Up here.
Well then.
Oh, who is it? That's Futaba. Haven't heard anything. Like normal oversleeping stuff or deadlines tomorrow, blah 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 blah. My only option is put our trust in her. Her will be fine.
Who knows how...
Ooh! Okay, Akechi wants to do stuff. But you... I think I haven't told you what I aspire to do. Besides that, there have been some incidents. I'm telling you everything. Be willing to listen. Saturday night, he's coming out a day early. Yes, I think I will hang out with him. Because he is, this is a maximum, isn't it? Isn't he ranked 9? Yeah, I'm maximum. Yeah, head over immediately. Let's hang out with him.
A weekly magazine reported that Kuramoto was the real culprit in the fund's misappropriation case. Old man Kuramoto will likely be forced to retire from the political world. The police can't do anything because it was 20 years ago. But he has a moral obligation. I hear his grandson Benzo resigned from the party as well. It could be due to Matsushita's influence, or perhaps it's just the party's way of atoning. Now it's all up to me, and my abilities.
When's your speech gonna start, Tyranosuke? We can't wait!
To think that people would be excited to hear me speak. The article mentioned I didn't want the real culprit to be named, even though I knew who it was. Apparently, people admire me for having quietly accepted a false charge for 20 years. I didn't intend for any of this to happen, though.
True self was revealed.
I appreciate that someone like you, who's been watching me so closely, would say such a thing. I've struggled for the past 20 years, but I can put that all behind me after the election. Oh, look at the time. I should get started.
Today will be the last day I'll request help from a phantom thief.
I don't intend to meddle. Everything I've told you has been based on assumptions. But if you're still willing to listen, then I think you should focus on your work. Because the time is now. I can't think of anything else to teach you. You are now an expert on giving speeches. I taught you all I know about the art of public speaking, in return for you supporting a guy like me. And over time, you became someone who shared my beliefs. Thanks to you, I was able to overcome my crisis these last few months. I will strive for the royal road of politics, thinking of you as you walk down your own path. But if you ever find yourself in harm's way on your journey, I will be there to help you. We'll be comrades who reform the world together.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the sun, granting thee infinite power.
Charismatic speech allows you to form contracts with higher level shadows.
All
No
right.
more one level off.
All right.
I confuse Asura.
I'm sure you will accomplish everything you set out to do. Thank you for everything. All right, it's time to begin.
Yoshida's speech is about to start.
I cut my date short so I could watch this, you know?
Does anyone out there have something they aspire to do? I met a certain young man. Through a method that differs from mine, he was trying to reform the world. As you know, that is a very large mountain to cross. Unfortunately, I am unable to travel the same path as him. However, I will not say goodbye, because we will surely meet at the peak. He is desperately doing what he aspires to do. So I encourage you all, please find what it is that you aspire to do. And I will support you, because that is what I aspire to do.
Way to go, Tyrannosuke!
I believe in you!
I'll listen to Yoshida's speech a little longer. Yoshida's speech a little longer than head home. Tomorrow's the day. The day of the purge.
Isn't today our deadline for dealing with Medjed? Futaba's still asleep too. This won't be good.
Hey.
How's Futaba?
Same as always. Today's the day Wakaba passed. I do this every year. Here, I've got a cup for you too. Futaba reminds me so much of her mother. She's a smart girl. Doesn't just go with the flow, either. Wakaba, your work and your kid were so fulfilling for you. Why'd you have to die so suddenly? That reminds me. You saw me talking to that prosecutor, I mean, that woman in the suit, right? I remember you were real bothered by it. She might come back, so I guess I should tell you about it. That woman was trying to get information on Wakaba's research out of me.
That's what we heard in the palace.
You don't need to know what the research was about. Just know there was some trouble around it. Obviously, Wakaba got dragged into that as well. Now, they ruled her death as suicide. But I've got my doubts.
Doubts? Could she have been killed?
Supposedly, there were people who wanted to take her research and use it for their own benefit. Don't get me wrong, though. I don't have a lick of evidence. That's why I haven't told Futaba any of this. I don't want to cause her any more trouble.
It sounded like she had suspicions of her own based on what she said in the palace.
Still, there's one thing I regret.
Also very nice that he can't understand Morgana.
It was right before Wakaba died. She told me, I think I might die. I brushed it off, thinking it was just a joke. But if I had just taken her seriously... That's another reason I took Futaba in. Redemption. She went through such horrible things. Those heartless adults just yelled at the poor girl. Hey, how do you heal emotional scars?
They'll heal on their own.
I agree. I'm waiting for it to happen, but... Futaba!
It's cold.
Huh?
You can't sell this.
Never mind that, but... how did you get here?
I walked?
You're okay?
Was that bad?
That's not it. I'm just shocked to see you out of the house.
I'm sorry I worried you.
Futaba really needs to work on her posture, I'm just saying.
It's all right.
By the way, what's the date today?
It's the 21st.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Medjed?
Oh, that's it. Let's take care of it now. Come.
I realize some ATMs aren't working. Heard someone's tampering with the systems. Medjed? No, it couldn't be. What are the police doing? They're so incompetent. The Phantom Thieves couldn't stop them.
It's my turn to help out. Medjed. Now how do we cook them?
Go overboard.
Nope, I'm gonna be relentless. Hey, Futaba. We don't have much time left. Are you sure you could do this? The kitty talked? Is this a dream? I'm going back to sleep. It is not a dream! Get up! Say something!
He's a talking cat.
Right. Now hurry it up! I guess it doesn't matter. Let's get cracking. You're just tapping away over there. Are you sure this will work? Hey, Futaba! I don't think she can hear me. Talk about intense concentration.
I mean, you tried looking at that many screens
This place
simultaneously,
is so
Morgana.
messy. I'm surprised she could focus at all. Futaba,
You should really clean your room a bit. Huh. She's not listening. Oh well. Just waiting around is boring. Let's clean the place up.
Oh, no, 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 no. Do not screw with a person's room.
Whew.
Oh, what have you done?
It looks a little better now, don't you think?
What have you done? Yeah, and of course, oh yeah, so I forgot, you missed it, Lilith. So she ended up going into the metaverse, which is, as we know, the thing that makes it so everybody can hear Morgana. Also, look, there's a server in the corner. Server rack, I should say. And a mini fridge. I want this room. Also, the unicorn on top of the monitors. Cute.
Well, Futaba, we're done on our end. Are you finished yet? She can't hear a word I'm saying. Guess we'll just have to keep waiting.
I'm done!
What's up? Something happened?
It's finished.
Finished? What is?
It's so clean. Why?
We cleaned it. Anyway, is it true? Did you really take care of Medjed?
I handled them, and someone else handled my room. I don't understand, but this is good.
Futaba? Hey, Futaba, what's wrong? She's sleeping. Well, it looks like it's been taken care of. I guess we should get home and sleep too.
The bank servers got taken over. It has to be the fake, right? There's no way. I'm scared. What's going to happen? Police taking action? They're ignoring it? Seriously? The fact that they cleaned it up sent her into a conniption fit. She went into a coma. Awesome. Wait. Back asleep. Seriously? Must have been quite exhausted. I can't say I blame her at all. Medjed's been affected. We'll surely make the news. That should be enough to confirm whether or not the deed's been done. Why don't we all watch the news together? I guess we should meet up at LeBlanc as usual. See you tomorrow.
We should be in the clear now.
I love Futaba. She's awesome.
Hey, hey! Oh! Yes! Okay.
Stay in today. Oh, come on. Freaking jerks. Alright, let's see. I finished the... no, I didn't finish the DVD, did I?
Oh!
I did not finish the DVD, but I got the guts to rank 4. So let's actually play a game. Raise my charm, since my charm is blocking Makoto.
Okay.
Yes, a notorious thief who fell into the depths of hell. Wait, something's appeared up ahead. Is that a demon? The deceitful thief who ravaged the world above has shamelessly entered this infernal domain. I shall now show you the horrors of hell. At least I would, but it'd be boring to treat the famous Goemon the same as any old person. Instead, we shall use 2 dice in my hand to play a little game. I call it odds or evens. Sounds like we just have to beat the demon in a dice game. First, you have to choose either odd or even. Even means numbers like 2, 6, and 8, while odds means numbers like 3, 7, and 11. After you choose, I'll roll the dice. If you guess the result correctly, you win. Otherwise, you lose. That's all there is to it. Do you understand the rules? Yep. Well then, what's your choice? Odd or evens? Evens. Odd.
Oh, man.
Got it wrong. Unfortunate, you've lost. Spend another turn to the expiry depths. What do you think's gonna happen to the protagonist now? victory in the game really comes down to luck. Just accept your defeat with dignity. Might not have won, but I love that attitude you had. Well, at least I got one pip.